Okay, welcome everybody. It is the heart of earnings season. My name is Michael Camo. I'm the director of content for T3 Live, and I'm here with one of my favorite people in the world to talk about trading with, the great Sami Abusaad. And, we brought on Sami for a very important reason today because it is earnings season. We have Apple, Amazon, Meta about to hit after the close. So we wanted to bring in the earnings maestro to figure out what we need to do with these stocks through the end of the day. Are they buys? Are they sells? Whatever. So we're going to talk about basically what's happening with earnings season overall. A big lesson learned with NVO by me. Sami explained to me why I was quite an idiot to sell my NVO calls last week. And then obviously we're going to talk about Apple, Amazon, and Meta. And then we're going to talk about which names Sami likes. So Sami, so we are getting into the real heart of earnings season. We have all the big names are reporting. What are you seeing so far through earnings season?
The earnings season is good. Usually the first quarter of the year is the slowest because it's very spread out. But I track every single play that I call, and the batting average is 74%. That's pretty darn good for the first quarter, which is the slowest quarter of the year. And I'm noticing that the longs are doing really well. Most of the plays that I called so far this quarter are long. So I'll just give you the stats real quick. Looking at it right now. So far I called in the strategic swing trader, I called 52 and 66 plays. 52 of them have been long. So that's 80% of the plays that I called so far are long. And the batting average is 74%. I mean, again, that is really, really good. So I think the small cap stocks are really bullish, even if I'm noticing that they're all gapping up on earnings, almost all of them. If you look at their charts, they may not look the best, but they end up gapping up. So that's what I'm noticing. The big names. I looked at the big names before the start of this presentation, and they don't look that good. But so far we nailed them all. I think the Tesla we got. What else? Which other companies have reported already? Google we didn't trade. Microsoft, I think we lost by 2%. I think on Microsoft or less. What other big names reported?
IBM was one.
Right.
Netflix, Tesla.
Right. And today we have Apple, we have Meta. What else do we have? We have Amazon. I think of the big names today, I like Amazon the most, but we can get into it.
Okay, guys, and I just want to remind you that last week Sami made a very big call live at this very time last week. No, not this one.
Are you talking about Tesla?
I screwed up. Yeah, so Tesla. So Sami called Tesla live long last week. He called the bottom in Tesla on the fly. Something got screwed up with my charts. So I apologize for that. So it's interesting that you said that you're having better luck with the small caps today during earnings season, but small caps have been weak overall. So what do you make of that?
Exactly. So they've been weak, and now the market has been really bullish. So they're transitioning. They're playing catch up. That's what's going on with the small cap. And that's why I like being in the small cap for the first time in 2 years in terms of 401k, in terms of long-term trades, as opposed to large cap. Because the large cap has been the place to be, but going forward is what matters. And I like being in the small cap. I am talking to you here, but I'm also managing this DPST because I had a call on it off the low of the day, which is over 66.30, stop under the lows, and it skyrocketed. It's actually, I don't have the charts on, but that's okay. So the DPST is what I'm managing for the room and my own account, obviously. So that's the one that I'm watching, but we can get into it too.
So we always like some excitement here, but so Sami is supposed to be talking to me, but he actually is trading his real account while we're talking here, which is kind of funny. And and guys, last week we talked about how Sami called Tesla live while we were talking. He called it long at 180, 125. I believe was a climactic buy setup, and then within a few days it was up $15. So if you want to know why to listen to Sammy, that is pretty much it. So we'll take a question right now, Sammy, quickly from our friend Frank. Frank is asking, does this mean we should be bullish IWM?
Exactly. It may not look bullish, but if it starts to go, that's the one I want to be in long term, and also in the 401k. Not the SPY that's been up so much, not the Qs. Again, that's been the place to be, but going forward is what matters. And to me, I would want to go. I'd want to be in the IWM and the small cap.
Okay, and Sammy, did anything change for you with the Fed yesterday, or are you going strictly by what you're seeing on the charts?
I'm going strictly by what I'm seeing on the charts, but also the charts don't look as good, and we can go over them if you want, whenever.
Okay, yeah. Well, why don't you bring up your IWM chart so we can see what's going on there?
Okay, all right.
And Sammy, if you need to trade and you want me to babble for a little bit, I will.
Yes, all right. So the IWM. Here's the IWM, and here's the monthly chart of the IWM. I mean, this is the thing that's looking like it wants to break out, right? Can you see my chart, Mike?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
Beautiful.
this is a nice chart. This is coiling and it's starting to transition. So this is a nice chart. Here's the SPY. Okay, beautiful. I don't disagree at all, but it's up a lot. If I want to be going longer right now, which of the two would I want to go in? I want to go into the IWM. Here's the Qs monthly. Looks okay still, but it's up 3 months in a row on top of a big move already last year, like 50% move or so. So the IWM, to me, if it starts to break out, that's the one I'm already in it, but I'm just saying that's the one that I think can do the best going forward. All right. By the way, I'm using TC2000. I have this. I only use it on the weekends usually for scanning. So I don't have the live version. So I don't. Just so you know, I don't trade off of it. I just use it for scanning on the swings, for the swing trades, and I have that. So it lags, I think, a little bit. But anyways, so I just wanted you to know that.
Okay, all right. So let's talk about our little lesson on NVO, Novo Nordisk, which has been one of my favorite stocks, and I owned call options on it, and I sold them when the stock was at about 105. Now it's around 115. I told Sammy, and Sammy told me immediately, he's like, "You never should have let him go." So Sammy, can you bring up the NVO chart so we can kind of identify what does one of these how do we really spot these kind of big long-term trends?
So Mike is very, very humble. He's like really, really smart, knows what he's talking about, but he's very humble. He actually told me about the NVO, that it's one of the best plays for him this year, that it looks really good. And I think the only mistake he made was he sold early, a little bit early. Sorry, that was the DPST half. And my point, the point that I made about the NVO is that when the stock, I called it long as an earnings play yesterday, and I said if the stock is grinding up, sorry about that. If the stock is grinding up, meaning it's hugging the 20-period moving average, that's the 20-period moving average on the chart. Never sell it, because it means it's still higher. It still is higher. If the stock starts to accelerate far away from the moving average, then you can think about selling it. Example would be the like NMR, I think. Yeah, you see what I mean? As long as it's hugging the 20-period moving average, you don't ever get out of it. If it starts to move away from the 20, okay, then you can look to get out of it. So the NVO, I think, Mike, you were absolutely right on. I liked it also as an earnings play because it was setting up as a breakout, but you just sold a little bit early. That's all.
Okay, all right. So Sammy, we got two people asked us about SMCI because that was the big story, the big earnings play this week. And guys, if you have any questions, any comments, please let us know. We want this to be interactive. But Sami, what are you seeing on SMCI now?
SMCI, as you know, Mike, I called it long on earnings, which was that day, and it gapped up a really good amount. Notice how, it tried to top out here, it put in a big red bar and completely and never produced any follow through and continued higher. That tells us it's higher. It's higher still. Now, if we look at the weekly chart of SMCI, this is a 1-2-3 setup. This is what I call, a 1-2-3 play. So actually, a new entry was over this bar's high, 496, stop under this bar's low. This looks higher. I know you look at it and you say, whoa, this is up a lot. It's not up enough, okay? This is probably still way higher. So it's not yet time to fade it, but I wouldn't be starting a long position in it. It's too late. The last entry that I see on it was over that weekly bar's high. So it should have been over that bar's high. Now, I did it as an earnings play just for that day, for that one day, but I did not keep it overnight. Whereas, for example, the NVO, I did it as an earnings play. I'm keeping overnight. I'm keeping it long term because I like it. AXP, I'm keeping it long term. Netflix, NFLX, I still have it. I'm keeping it long term. You see what I mean? Some earnings plays I keep long term, but the ones that are really extended, then those I don't keep.
Okay, guys, and so I just popped on the screen. This is Sami's actual alert before SMCI. You can see he picked SMCI as one of his earnings plays. The L obviously standing for long. So I'll remove that from the screen. Okay, so Sami, I wanted before we get into. I'm sorry, Sami, you have something?
I was gonna say, if you show that alert again, the table that you showed, that was 100% of the calls were correct. If not 100, there was one that might have broke even or lost a tiny bit, but every single play on that list worked. So SMCI, GLW. So here's SMCI. It gapped up 12-13%. GLW gapped up, I don't know how much. CLS gapped up and came in, but they all gapped up. FFIV gapped up 10-12%. CVLT, every single one of them worked. CVLT 1, 2, 3 on the daily. I did not keep any of them that day, but this is not bad at all. 1, 2, 3 on the daily. So that's what I was gonna say, is that every single play on that alert worked, which was amazing.
Okay, guys, and later on we're going to give you a way to get Sami's earnings plays as at an amazing price. So Sami, I want to bring up two sectors that have been getting a ton of attention because they did great in January and they are picking up steam in February. So I was wondering if you could give us a little chart analysis of MSOS. Cannabis is the first one.
MSRS?
MSOS.
I've never heard of that.
Oh, no. Mary, Sam, Oscar, Sam. The cannabis ETF.
MSOS. Yeah, MSOS is the cannabis ETF. Looks great. Love it. I'm not in it, but it looks lovely. Look at the monthly. This is the kind of chart that I like. The transition. So I love it. I think it looks good to at least this bar's high, which is what? Which is $14. I like it a lot. Maybe even higher to here, but we'll have to, if it gets to this bar's high, which is 1460 for 1450, and it still looks good and it starts to base, then the next stop will be $20. Looks lovely. I like it a lot.
Okay, Sami set the price so it could go to 14 and then 20 if all works well. Okay, Sami, another one is uranium. So I was wondering if you could pull up URA.
And URA or UR? Okay, URA. I'll take a look. Yeah.
Or any other ones you like.
Right. All the uranium stocks are really, really bullish. I like them a lot. All of them. There's a list of them I have. So there's CCJ, URNM, UEC. They all look almost identical. Isn't this the one that, Mike, you messaged me about and that's your play of the year?
Yeah. Full disclosure, I'm heavily in uranium stocks because I believe in nuclear power. Yeah, UEC is one I shared with Sami as a name I like this year.
You see, I told you, Mike is just too humble, but this guy is a fox. He knows what he's doing. Lovely chart. Love it. Looks great. All the uranium stocks look good. really look good. I wish I was in, but you can't win them all.
All right. Well, there will be a pullback. There is always a pullback. So Craig is asking about the ticker INDA.
INDA. It looks beautiful. I mean, this is nice. This is India. Wow, this looks amazing. You see how it's hugging the moving average? That's what I want. In an uptrend, I want it to be tracking that 20 MA. This looks really, really good. So this is some India something, right?
Yeah.
MSCI India. Great. Looks lovely. I'm glad you mentioned it. I like it. I'm going to add it to my watch list right now.
Okay. So Craig, if this goes wrong, we're going to blame you, Craig. But no, just kidding. We appreciate the comment. So Sammy, let's move on to the big three for earnings tonight. And so before we get into them, do you care at all what happened with other earnings names like, we've had Tesla, we've had Netflix? Are you paying attention to them at all, or are you just analyzing each stock individually?
I'm analyzing each stock individually. If today was a red bar in the market, we would have had a much better list to play long. But because today is a green bar in the market, it's not as good of a list. Meaning, if Apple had another red bar, oh, you bet I would have played it long into earnings. But I don't like it when the stock prints if it's a weak stock and prints a green bar into earnings, because it means people already went long. So it's not as much, it's not as good as when you have a red bar into earnings. Like, TT called it as an earnings play last night. Why red bar into the 20 MA into earnings? That's good. I mean, there's plenty that I called with the red bar. See this PH red bar into the rising 20 into support, long on earnings. So Apple, if it had a red bar and into support, Apple wouldn't be as good as TT or PH, but I still would have played it. But because of the green bar and it's a weaker stock, I can't do it.
Okay.
Race also, same race. Is that race? No, that's Arcel. Race, the Ferrari. Same thing. Red bar. I'm in it still. Race hasn't trailed yet. So red bar into the rising 20 long. So that's what I like. But the Apple doesn't look as good. Actually, from the big names, the one that looks the best is probably Amazon. Probably because it's hugging the moving average, but it doesn't have the red bar. So it's not as good. I can go over my list if you want. I already did a quick.
Okay. So why don't we get to Meta before that?
Yeah, we can take it. So Amazon is because it's grinding up, hugging the moving average. I like it. Meta separated from the moving average, so it's not as good on Meta. What I like about Meta is that it didn't collapse like Google did, so it stayed bullish relative to Google and probably higher still. But I don't think I can play it. But it's probably higher still.
Okay, so for earnings, let's just be crystal clear for everybody. So you're not crazy about Apple or Meta, and you think Amazon looks okay. Is that fair to say?
Yes, that is fair to say. Amazon, I think, of the three looks the best. I think Meta will gap up, but I don't have any. I'm not gonna play it. I don't think. And Apple, I'm 50-50 on, because Apple on the weekly looks pretty darn good on the weekly. So location wise, looks really good. You see where it's at on the weekly. So I bet Apple gaps up too, but I'm not planning on playing Apple or Meta, but I may play Amazon.
Okay, all right. You heard it here first. Okay, so Sammy, so what else is on your radar right now?
Okay. So
And
again,
and it,
go ahead.
this can be earnings plays, or it could be just like swing long names you like. Either one.
Yeah, let me see if I can add a watch list, or is that how we do it? I'm using TC 2000 just for the. Let me see. Let's see. New watch list. Can we do a new watch list? It's fine. I was just gonna share with you my personal watch list. That's it. So let's call it earnings 2124, right? And then let's see if I can I copy and paste, or can I just 1 second, please. Okay. I'm just gonna add the symbols. Okay, I'll just add them here one at a time. So GEN, team, SkyWest, Skechers, I think. No. SAIA, AbbVie, Holex, Twist, CLX, Post, Amazon, SKX, Tech, BZH, Charter, EMN, and then the shorts, I like the DXC, CLFD, and then BMY. Now, this is my list, okay, of long and short. So Twist, because it's transitioning on the monthly. The daily, honestly, is not that good, but the monthly on it looks really, really good. I was in the Twist long over here and recently got trailed out. So Twist, I'm planning on playing it, but not because I like it so much as an earnings play, but because I love this monthly chart. See that monthly chart? This what do you call it? Crosshair tool got stuck. I don't usually have it like this. It disappears, but I must have pressed something. So that Twist. Charter, I did the Comcast as an earnings play, CMCSA, and it worked really well. And I think Charter is okay. It's not a perfect setup, but I think Charter looks good. The deck is a little too extended, and it's got a green bar, so I don't think I'll play it. The CLFD, I like it as a short. Okay, it's basing into the declining 20, like it as a short. SAI is basing, you see that crosshair tool is bugging me. The SAI is into the 20, and what is it? SAIA, and it's basing, so I'm planning on doing it. So I like the SAI a lot. I like the Twist and the Charter, but not my favorite. I do like the CLFD as a short, but I'm telling you, I've been calling mostly long, and those are the ones that have been working the best. Amazon, I think, is okay long. I don't love it. Gen, I'm planning on doing it because it's just a base breakout, grinding into the 20. So I'm planning on doing it. Would have been a lot better if it was a green bar. Team, I'm planning on doing it, basing at the 20. I think AbbVie might be my favorite, as long as it doesn't keep going up. I don't want to see a big green bar, but that might be my favorite actually for tonight. And then let's take a look at the rest of the list. Skechers is very bullish. I think I'll be doing the Skechers. I like to look at the stocks towards the end of the day. Yeah, Skechers I'm going to be doing. I'm planning on doing it. But I like to look at the stocks towards the end of the day. CLX I'm going to do because it's transitioning on the monthly chart. Look at the monthly. It's 1, 2, 3. So I'm planning on doing it. And it's at the 20 on the daily. Would it have been better if it was a red bar? Of course. So CLX I'm planning on doing. Post, I'm not so sure. But let me look at it on my other platform because I'm having a hard time looking at this chart. Yeah, Post is bullish right off the 20. Don't love it, but bullish. BZH, let's see. Yeah, don't love the BZH. That's bullish. That's EMN, I think EMN is a weekly buy setup. That's what I like about it. It is a weekly buy setup, but I don't think I'm going to do. SkyWest looks nothing like the other airlines. It's so much more bullish. So I'm planning on doing the SkyWest long. So this one will flag, just so you guys know which ones I'm planning on doing. DXC, let's take a look. DXC as a short, it's really, really weak. It is a bit it is a bit far from the 20. That's the only issue, but that's on my bearish list. So DXC, CLFD, and the BMY is on my bearish list. Those are the 3 shorts. And then Holex, I like it long. Now, do I like it enough to do? Let's take a look. Holex is okay. I think it's okay. It's not amazing. We'll have to reevaluate towards the end of the day. But those are the ones that I flagged are the ones that I, as of right now, intend to do.
Awesome, Sami. Thank you. So I hope you guys appreciate how much Sami gives to you guys. So we do have a special offer. Sami, what are you up to? Are you Sami's trading? Sami, once again, he is trading God knows what while we are doing this. What are you trading now?
Peloton long off the 5. So that's what I'm doing.
Brave man. Okay. So this is fun because last week Sami called the bottom in Tesla on the spot in real time. Now he's going along Peloton. So
it's not that great because I'm already late on it. But the great call that I made today, which I'm still in, is the DPST long off the bottom. So that's the great call that I made over 66.30. And I also called Bitcoin right at the open, and it's doing pretty well. But the DPST has been a home run for me. I tried it earlier. Honestly, it's not the first time I tried it. It didn't work. But I mean, this is over 66.30 by 64.90, so it's $1.50. And this is because this account is I only use it on the weekend, so it's not a live account. It's trading at $74 right now. It's not at 71.79. It's lagging by 15 minutes or so, but it's actually at $74 right now on the DPST. So that's from 66.30 to 74. That's like almost $8 per share.
Yeah, guys. So Sami must be I can tell he's having an amazing time in this market, because when he and I talked yesterday, Sami's always a nice guy. I don't think I've ever seen him in such a good mood as he was yesterday when I talked to him. So, because we were planning this out, he's like, "We can do anything you want, Mike. Don't worry about it." So that's why Sami's in such a jolly mood. It's because he's been killing it lately this earnings season. That's why Sami's always smiling. Okay, so guys, we do have a special offer for you, because we do want to give you an opportunity to keep getting more trades from Sami and keep on learning with him. This will just take a couple of minutes, and then we'll get back to some more questions before we say goodbye. So this is good today only. So we put together an awesome deal because we love you guys. We appreciate everybody coming out live during a busy day. So you can get 30 days of the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter, where you get 3 to 6 daily swing ideas, plus you get all the earnings plays. So that means today at 3:30 p.m. you will get the names Sami himself is taking overnight. So he's literally putting like hundreds of thousands of dollars into these trades overnight. That's how much he believes in them. Plus you get weekly coaching. You also get the Earnings Engine course, which is where you actually learn Sami's 6 favorite earning strategies. And then as an extra bonus, we're going to give you the Active Trader Summit, which is over 3 hours of more technical analysis training. It's a $619 value. And today only, you can get it for the price of $129, which is basically a trip to Chipotle these days, because we all know inflation is out of control. So if you want to take advantage of this deal, I'm going to pop the link in the comments. Go to t3live.com/SA, t3live.com/SA. SA obviously stands for Sami Abusaad, who is an actual trading god, live with us right now, because he's been kicking so much butt in this market. So again, t3live.com/A, you save $490. It's just $129. So we encourage you to get in, take advantage. So guys, do you have any more questions? We have Sami for a few more minutes. We're going to interrupt his trading a little bit more. So do you guys have any more questions for Sami? Type them in the box. I'm going to go up and all right, we went through these. Any more questions, or we are going to say goodbye? Okay, guys. All right. Have a wonderful day. Good luck with earnings tonight. We will be back next week, same time, same place, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. Okay, all right. Frank is back. So, Sami, what do you think of Rumble, RUM, which has been one of the hotter small caps lately?
So RUM, this is not the kind of play chart that I take. This crazy looking chart. It honestly looks higher still, but I got to look at it on the monthly on my other platform. So let's take a look. It looks higher, but if we look at the monthly chart, so if we look at let me close out of this. That's a lot of resistance right here to be like playing it or be getting in it. You see that resistance, that base? So I think it still looks higher to like $8 or $8.50. Where am I getting 8 or 8.50? From over here, where it fell from. So I think it still is higher. But that's not the type of play, the type of chart that I like to get involved in. What I like to get involved in is something that's nice and smooth, like Microsoft, or something that's just grinding up, not crazy up, crazy down. That's not suitable. I mean, if you want to be consistent and want to be, keeping your emotions under control, I just stay away from these, honestly.
Okay, and just a couple of housekeeping notes before we say goodbye. Frank says, appreciate it. Frank, thank you for coming out. We hope to see you next week. Okay, so we have been getting a lot of questions about Sami's Pristine Mentorship in May. It is sold out, and we have a long waiting list already. So we're trying to find new ways for you guys to learn with Sami, but that mentorship sold out really, really fast. Another thing is, some of you have asked if we are going to be streaming on Rumble soon, and we are. Today was actually a test and it failed. So we have to do some troubleshooting, but we do plan to be on rumble soon. So Sami, thank you for coming out with us as always. We appreciate your time, and guys, we hope you enjoyed all the amazing ideas Sami shared with us live. And so, Sami, what would you say was your biggest call today? Is it the Peloton?
No, Peloton. No. My biggest call: day trade or swing trade. Day trade, it's the DPS.
Okay, so day trade.
Yeah, earnings plays, it would be probably either race, long, so that one is nice, or CHRW, short. So those are probably the best two calls that I made last night that are still open and doing well.
Okay, all right. Okay, again, everybody, thanks for coming out.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna let Sami has to go make money, so we're gonna let him go. Sami, thanks a lot. We love you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Okay, guys. So Sami had to go. He has to go make more money. Again, we encourage you to take this special offer. Go to t3live.com/SA. You get 30 days of the Strategic Swing Trader newsletter. That's $129 value. You get the Earnings Engine course. That's $295 value. And the Active Trader Summit, which is a $195 value. You get everything for $129. So you save $490. Go to t3live.com/A, t3live.com/SA to sign up. I'm going to pop the link in the chat. And we hope you take advantage. So, because if you do, you can get Sami's earnings plays for this afternoon, which is literally what he's betting his money on himself. And he takes something like $25,000 in each trade. So he's putting real money on the line. Frank, we saw our good friend Frank signed up. Thank you very much, Frank. We're glad to have you. But guys, we'll be back again next week. Have a wonderful day.